Good morning, guys. This is your Sir DRV again, and welcome back to our Mythic Heroes channel. Today we will be reviewing another hero, which is by popular request, is Joan of Arc. So I haven't made a review of Joan yet, so here it is, guys. So before we start, let me just tell you something about Joan of Arc. So Joan of Arc in early game is really not that good because of one of his skills, the victorious sprint. So what happened is Joan of Arc dashes forward, which leads to her death. So that's the reason why she is not that good in early game, but in mid game and end game, especially PvP, she really shines. So let's check her skills first. So most of you have probably seen how she do her skills. Okay, let's check her skills. Let's go. Okay, as you can see, Joan dash forward, and just like I told you in early game, it really leads to her death right away. So one of the best skills for her is that ultimate, which is make him her and other two heroes invincible, which is by far one of the best skills. There's actually only two heroes that has invincibility skills. That is Joan of Arc and then Athena. So those are the two heroes that have invincibility skills. All right. Okay, so that's the downside for Joan of Arc. She really dashes forward in the beginning, and if she is not tanky enough, she will die pretty easily. Alright, so let's go and start her review. Let's start by her skills. Alright, so the ultimate, the use Levolt. Joan of Arc summons a shield of light on the ally hero with the lowest health and protects them from any enemy damage for 5 seconds. Alright, so that's the immunity skills. Immunity from all damage. Additionally, at level 2, the target is immune to control. Alright, so that's pretty good. And at level 3 and level 4, it just increased the duration, and the maximum duration is 7 seconds. Alright, so this is one of the best skills for Joan of Arc, her ultimate. Okay, the next one is the active skill, the victorious sprint. So this is we actually call this the death sprint. Okay, because Joan of Arc dashes forward to her death. Okay, at the beginning of the battle, Joan of Arc charges toward an enemy target, dealing 250% damage to them. She then knocks back and stuns them for 2 seconds. Joan cannot be targeted during the initial charge. At level 2, deals 275 damage. Level 3, stuns the enemies for 2.5 seconds. At level 4, deals 300% damage to the enemy. Okay, so this is actually good if Joan can live through the initial charge, then she will definitely do good to your team. Alright. Next will be the sweeping charge. Joan of Arc swipes with the banner, dealing 150% damage to enemies in front of her and knocking them down for 1.5 seconds. For every enemy hit, Joan recovers 10% of max health. So this is one of her active skills that make her alive in battle longer. So Joan actually recovers 10% of max health every enemy hit. At level 2, deals 200% damage. At level 3, for every enemy hit, Joan recovers 15% of max health. At level 4, knocks the enemy down for 2 seconds. So Joan not only gaining health back, she actually do some crowd control as well for enemy. Okay, this victorious sprint also have crowd control at level 3. It stuns the enemies for 2.5 seconds. And the last one is the Banner of Honor. Joan of Arc thrusts the banner into the soil for 8 seconds and increases the attack of nearby allies by 15% for the duration. So this is one of her good active skill because not only she's making your damager, main damager immune, she will also give nearby allies attack. All right, so 15% is definitely a great boost in terms of the attack. At level 2, increase the attack of nearby allies by 17.5 seconds. Level 3, increases the duration for 10 seconds. At level 4, increase the attack of nearby allies by whooping amount of 20%. So at level 4, definitely Joan of Arc really shines. This is pretty good for GM. The ultimate of GM, if the banner is out in battle and GM do her ultimate, it will do an extra 20%, which is definitely good. So as you can see, most of GM users in the arena that use Joan of Arc as well will definitely beat you. If you see Joan of Arc, Nuwa, and GM combination in the arena, it will be a hard fight for you. Okay, so that's her skill. Let's go to her weapon. Alright, so at 100, heroes protected by the useless vault convert 10% of the block damage into health recovered. Okay, so whenever Joan of Arc uses her ultimate, you will be immune to damage, right? So any damage you receive while being immune, 10% of that will be like a healing effect. This is like Athena's healing effect when you are in the shield or ultimate, Athena's ultimate. At 200, convert 20% of damage taken to health recovered. At 300, convert 30% of damage taken to health recovered. At 400, this is one of the best. Increase the number of allies protected by Deus Bolt to 2 with the lowest health. Okay, so at 100, without weapon, Joan of Arc will summon a shield to ally hero with the lowest health. Okay, at 400 weapon, Joan of Arc will now protect 2 ally heroes, which is definitely one of the best skill. That's why we need Joan of Arc in the arena because of this 400 weapon, gaining immunity for 2 heroes. So if you have something like Athena and you have Joan of Arc in the team, it will be a hard fight for the enemy. Alright, next will be the equipment. So what would be the best equipment for Joan, you say? I'd say it's the Forest Rune. Why the Forest Rune? Because we need her ultimate. We need her to do the ultimate as fast as we can, and by using the Forest Rune, we will at the beginning of the battle, it will restore 150 energy, which is definitely a good boost in energy recovery. And the earlier with Joan of Arc do her ultimate, the better, because you will be immune to damage, right? And more immune to damage, more healing. The reason why I'm using Scarab Badge is because of the initial charge that Joan does. So the Scarab Badge will negate the initial damage that will Joan receive. So what will happen is, the wearer recovers 35% of max health after it drops below 30%. So Joan will heal 35% of health. So it will negate the initial damage that Joan will receive. So you can also switch this Scarab badge to something like the Thor's hammer. You can also use the Aegis shield. So Aegis shield, Thor's hammer, and Scarab badge is the best weapon for or artifact for Joan of Arc. But for the rune, definitely it's the forest rune, nothing else. Okay. All right. Next is the divinity. Let's check her divinity. What will be the best divinity for Joan, you say? Okay, so first, after the battle begins, remove all debuffs and recover 10%. Good one. At the beginning of the battle, gain a shield equal to 15% of this hero's max health. Good for the initial charge. So these two combination is good. The Sprout and the Symbiosis for early game. Okay. Next will be this one, Divine Fire. Increase energy by 2 every seconds. This energy does not decrease, okay? So another good divinity skills for Joan, because we really need those energy in order for her to do her ultimate more often. And next one is the full moon. If you want Joan of Arc to do more attack, then use the full moon. But I suggest you use the water drop because it reduces the crit damage taken by 35%. Okay, what else? Alright, so this is one of the best divinity skills for Joan. We want her to stay in battle longer. That's the reason why we want the new moon. What will happen is, after using an active skill, increase dodge by 50% by 2 seconds. So another good divinity skills in order for Joan to live longer in the battle. And what else? So what I will use if I have this, if I have Joan plus 18, level 18 on divinity, is the new moon, and then the water drop, and then this one, the Symbiosis or the Sprout. You can also use this combination, new moon and then energy, the Divine Fire, and then the Symbiosis or Sprout. So it could be water drop or Divine Fire, depends on what you need and depends on who the enemy is. Okay, but always make sure you use the new moon because it will make your Joan of Arc lives longer in the battle. All right, next is the team composition for Joan. Which team is the best for Joan? Number 1 on my list is this team. Okay, so not only we are enjoying the 4 and 2 factional hour bonus, we actually have a lot of CC control here. So what will happen is Joan will do her initial charge, and Nagakaina will protect her by giving Joan the bubble. And then next will be our CC crowd controller Gaia and crowd controller Nuker Flora. Okay, and definitely one of the best here is Nua as well, making the fight 4v5 always. Alright, so this team is the best in my opinion. It can rival one of the best teams anywhere. For PvP, no questions asked, this is one by far the best team composition for Joan, okay? And this will rival any other teams actually. Next, if you are a GM user, I also have a team for a GM user like you, like us. I'm also a GM user. So here, Team 7, what will happen is Joan will do the initial charge again. Nagakaina will do the bubble. And the reason why I have Anubis here is to make the enemies damager at the back lose their critical damage in order for us to live longer in the battle. And GM will benefit more from Joan because of the banner. At level 300, the banner will give 20% damage to all ally hero. What will happen to GM's ultimate will one-shot the enemy, okay? The enemy team. So if you see this lineup in your arena, well, you won't have any... it will be hard fight. So good luck fighting this lineup in the arena, okay? All right, so Nua is always good in the lineup. Even if you only have Mythic Nua, it will be good, no problem. All right, so this is one of the best teams as well for Joan of Arc. Another best lineup for Joan of Arc is Artemis. So Artemis, and then this one, Athena, and then Joan, initial charge, and protected by bubbles. And what we want is Nua again. All right. So I think we lack damage here. You can replace Nua for something like GM, or let's say Tamamo, or if you have Susano. So yeah, this is one of the best teams that I suggest. If you want to use Athena on the team, you can use Susano, Artemis, Joan, and then Nagakaina. So always have Nagakaina when you have Joan, because of the bubbles or the bubble that protect your Joan of Arc. Nagakaina is really one of the best healer support in the game. If you have something like this that charges the enemy. So the reason why we also have Athena here, because Athena also have that invincibility skills. Even though it only applies to her, we have 2 more invincibility skills coming from Athena. So we will have 3 invincible ally hero at the time because of because of Athena and Joan. All right, so those are the sample lineups that I suggest. So let me know in the comments below if you are already using it. Then good job, because in the arena those lineups is unbeatable. Okay. All right, so I think we've covered everything about Joan of Arc. If you have other suggestions, comments, please leave in a comment down below. Also, if you are new to my channel, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. It will help me a lot in order for me to create more good content for you guys. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Love you so much. See you on my next video. Goodbye for now.